Hello everyone, it's Lily, and today I'm going to be talking about the Otome game, Still Joking. This is done by an indie developer. Currently the Kickstarter is out there so that people can back it. It would be really great if you could back it so that I also, for my sake as well, because I really want to know what the hell happened to this actress. I am dying to learn. So the demo is available on Steam. Please do play all of it so that you can suffer like me and then maybe back the Kickstarter fund, because as I said, I want to know what the hell happened. But anyway, let me start. So first up, let me talk to you about the brief plot. Right at the beginning of the game, you basically have this actress. She's sitting in front of the mirror, doing something, when someone comes along and murders her. And you're like, what? It all happened so quickly. Honestly, I was already a bit whoa, what happened? And this is where my longing to learn the truth started. And it's all about basically this world that's kind of like a mirror world. And basically you all have a reflection who have their own lives, which is kind of an interesting concept actually. But when someone dies, their reflection can then go off and live their own life. And it's that sort of thing. And it's about you, the main character, who was the reflection of this actress, going out and, learning for herself, dealing with the death. Because when the character's counterpart, the reflections counterpart, they call them prototypes, dies, they do kind of go through, all sorts of emotions, because obviously this is someone that you saw every single day. And so it's quite emotional in that sense. And it gets dark actually. And I'm not gonna lie, at the very first, because I played the demo, this is based on the demo, the first maybe 30 minutes, it did take me some time to kind of wrap things around, all the information they throw at you. You kind of have to absorb it to be able to fully enjoy it. So the first 30 minutes I did feel was quite kind of not quite exhausting, but sort of it took a while to get used to because of the terminology, understanding the world. But once I got through that, I just wanted to know more and more and more, because you gradually learn bits and pieces about this actress, possible reasons as to why she may have been murdered and all this. And it's really interesting. So that's kind of the plot. Now there are 3 love interests: Roy, Johnny, and Tony. I did get to know Tony the most in my playthrough of the demo, and I thought he was actually quite cute, and I'm curious to see and learn about his background, his prototype story, because I don't know, he's quite the strange one, and I feel like he's going to be full of secrets. And I'm very curious. The others are Roy, who is he's the reflection of the prototype that basically murdered the actress. So I guess his route will give you a bit more idea on what happened. They're very vague about it, hence why I want to know more. And but he's another one, and the other one is Johnny, who in terms of personality wise, I do quite like him, so I'll probably save him to last. He is a daredevil type character. He's quite edgy, and I think quite a few people will like him actually. So there are 3 very different love interests. I'm not gonna lie though, there is one character which I'm why are you not a love interest? He's this big guy who's he's so pretty to look at. You'll know what I mean if you play the demo. And why? He's my type and he's not a love interest. I'm so sad. Who knows? It would be nice if this game got funded, that they add that, add him as a potential option in the future. That would be nice. Hint, hint. Because he is really cute. And I was quite sad when I learned that he isn't a love interest. So that's that. But yeah, those are the 3 characters, and they're quite diverse in that their personalities are very different. So you will probably like one of them, is my point. And I do find Tony really cute, and I want to know more about him because I think he's got quite a few secrets that you need to unravel, basically. Again, I said that this game gets quite dark because, you know, it is about these people, reflections that have lost their prototypes. So, you know, they've gone through death once. Apparently you feel the death, which is quite a terrifying thought, really. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, I like that though. I like angst in games, so I really, yeah, I would like to know more for sure. Now, of course, this is like an Otome visual novel, so most of it is reading, kind of like a manga anime book combined, as I always say. And but the one thing that I found interesting is that it's not just like, you know, your stereotypical mainstream Otome game where you've just got like text and then you pick options. No, you've got like moments where, you know, for example, the main character is talking to her friend about something and she wants to gain some information from her, and you can sort of pick what information to talk to her about and then in what way to talk to her about it. It could be like sarcastic, or like in a happy way, or in a pushy way, and like depending on how you ask those questions, like you may get some information, you may not. So it's kind of like this investigation vibe going on sometimes. You've also got like a map function occasionally where they're like, okay, so, you know, person A says, oh, I want you to help me in this, this and this. So you can either go to all the different locations and help people, or you can just go straight to wherever without helping anyone. Like there are things like that, which I think adds a little bit of a twist compared to, you know, most Otome games where you just kind of read and that's it. So it was nice to have to use my brain a little bit for once. So that was good. Also, I really like that they have this like cutscene thing going on. So sometimes they'll like cut, sort of, they'll be like looking at the main character and then they'll cut to like another character and they have like this animation thing going on. It really adds to like the atmosphere of this game because you're kind of like watching it almost like a movie at times while reading it. And I don't know, I think it was really good that, and then the dynamic camera angles type of thing where, you know, obviously it's a visual novel, so everything's like 2D, but the way they do it makes it feel like, you know, there's some depth there, or it just kind of adds a nice vibe to the overall game, which I really appreciated as well. Now, the main character is actually quite interesting in that she's not like your stereotypical ordinary main character that is just nice. Nothing wrong with main characters like that as well, of course, because I like them too, but it's nice to sometimes see a main character that can, you know, hold her own ground. She is quite sarcastic at times, so it's quite interesting seeing the dialogue, and she's very, I'd say, quite Western in that she's quite, you know, unique, individual, and like I liked her. I thought she was cool because she didn't take any crap from anyone, and that's sometimes nice to see in a main character. And of course, sometimes, you know, when things happen, depending on what you pick, you solve the problem or you don't, and it's just, it's good. I like her, and I think quite a few people will also like her as a character too because of how unique she is. I do hear quite a lot of people talk about how they're a little bit fed up of the housewife type, you know, type main characters, where she's very like, yeah, she's just really unique. You need to play it to understand where I'm coming from, but yeah, she's cool, and I like that she's this actress and she's pretty, but she, you know, has her own sense of self, and she's just strong, and I like that. I really like that. Now, based on the demo I played, who I would and would not recommend this game to, I would recommend it to those who like dark stories. Honestly, the vibe was very chilling. At times I was like, oh, okay. And, you know, if that's something you like, then definitely go for it. If you like a murder mystery, yes, you see who murdered the actress, but you don't know who exactly it is or why he did it. So we have yet to learn that, and, you know, if you're the type that likes those sort of mystery things, you'll definitely like this game. If you like a unique main character and sarcasm and like just overall unique feel, then you'll definitely like this game. If you like plot-driven Otome games, then this would definitely be for you as well. Now, who I would not recommend this game to, I probably wouldn't recommend to those who want like a super kind of life, sort of slice of life, happy comedy game, because honestly, this, like, some of the things that happened, it's not that it's excessively dark, it's just there are some things that are, like, as a result of my choices happened, and they show it, and it's not explicitly dark, it's just, if you know what these things are, you're like, oh damn, like what happened to this person, or like you can't help but have loads of questions in your mind. So of course, if you're just looking for something that's really like relaxing and you can unwind, you know, playing it, then this may not be for you, because honestly you'll constantly be wondering like, what happened? Why did this happen? What is this person thinking? Why is this person this way? Like, you have so many questions going around. Also, I would not recommend it to those who don't like games where you have to think, because at the very beginning, I must admit that I did kind of need to learn things about the world, but it was definitely worth it, because once you picked up the kind of lore, I guess, of that world, like the reflection world, and you kind of absorb that knowledge, you got really into the game, and I thought that was good, because obviously when the background has depth, the overall game feels like a lot more kind of deep and interesting, as opposed to very like superficial. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. So, but overall, I recommend it. As a result of the demo, now I really like want to know more. My general thoughts are that, you know, I think this is a game worth playing. I would definitely put some time into this and probably enjoy it. I get very like, I love mystery, I love plot-driven games. I mean, initially when I tried this, I didn't even know there were love interests. I just noticed later, like, oh, okay, I didn't know, and I was still playing it, and that's quite rare for me, because I do love romance in my games. But yeah, so as you can tell, it's interesting. I think if you play the demo, like all of it, you'll know where I'm coming from, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the demo as well if you do pick up this game. As is always the case, thank you very much for watching. Remember that this is still in the Kickstarter phase. Please do back it. The link is in the description below, and I promise you, I don't think you'll regret it, especially if you play the demo, and I mean like all of it, so right until the end, because the way it ends, I don't know, that's definitely how it made me kind of want to know more type of thing. And I think it's one of those where the more you get to know the characters, the more you kind of, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It's like one of those games where the more you, in Japan we say that, talk about certain sweets or candy or snacks, where the more you chew it, the better it gets. It's a bit like that. The more you play it, the more you kind of want to know more. I don't know if I'm making any sense. That's why I'm just like, just play the demo until the end and you'll know where I'm coming from. But anyway, as always guys, again, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and hopefully I will see you in another one of my videos or streams. Bye!